Hey guys, Lyra Linx here, and I'm looking a little bit nerdy today because I tend to get that way when I'm trying to work through thoughts and write things down and process things. So I'll just get right to it. I wanted to do a video now that I released today my final episode of Pokehigh School Romance. It's a series that I started a long time ago, actually back July 15th of 2014. I've got all these notes here that I really want to talk about. This isn't even everything. There's a lot of things I want to say, but I thought I'd start by apologizing. Pokehigh School Romance ended after 20 episodes. And originally, I had intended for there to be more like 50. And that's not entirely on me. Back a couple years ago, when I was first starting to make the episodes, I had been making a lot of them. Like, I'd try to make an episode a day if I could. And it got to a point where I had 22 episodes laid out and ready to be posted whenever. But we had some things happen with our laptops and viruses, so they had to be like completely wiped out and restarted, and my parents tried to put all of our information on discs and things, but it really didn't work out. And so I lost all of my episodes. Anything that wasn't uploaded was just gone, and there was nothing that I could do about it. And that disheartened me from continuing to post. I believe in my descriptions of one of the episodes, I was like, yeah, I have 22 episodes of this, and then after that I'll start making new content. But, I ended up losing all of those episodes. So that really made me just not even want to continue in certain ways because I just felt so bad. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of work to have lost. And also, I had started to fall out of my fan fiction phase. I didn't write as much of that anymore. I still haven't written any fan fiction in a long time, and I'm a type where I like to finish everything I start, and I'm starting to realize that that's just not even possible. I can't finish all of my fan fictions, just like I was starting to think maybe I couldn't finish this. But I got some comments asking me to please continue the Pokehigh School Romance series. And so that sort of like sparked me up again, and I was like, okay, I'll try to finish this. I'll try to make this good. Even though it's not really my passion anymore, I want to do my best. And I just realized how much my tastes have changed. When I started off the series, it was something I made while I was really young and inspired by other YouTubers like Omega Gus and May Sapphire. Those are two I can think of in particular who like really inspired me to like make Pokemon videos, and I was like, I can make a Pokemon high school series. That would be a lot of fun. They were my inspirations, and now they haven't uploaded in years, and it's like, my inspirations aren't even at it anymore. Why am I still doing this? But I really, really, really wanted to finish it for people, and before it had been a highly dramatic series. Like, I feel like I was very childish, and I went at it very dramatically. I just wanted to make constant cliffhangers and all of these twists and turns. And now I'm just not into that anymore. I don't want all that unnecessary drama. And so I feel like you'll see as episodes progress how much calmer I get and how much more I want characters to just communicate and talk and be honest with each other. Like, those are the things that I see as more important now, which is what I wanted to put in because I feel like that's how people are. Real people are going to talk, and they're going to try to figure things out at least, and not everybody's a total savage. And I felt like I had to just make Drew and Misty into these horrible characters with, like, nothing good to them at first, when really there are two sides to everything, to every relationship. Like, there are people who are secretly crushing on that person too, and just because they aren't the ship that I wanted to go with doesn't mean that their feelings aren't valid. I'm probably thinking way too deeply into it, But the things I write now, I want to have more deep meaning. I want to see the different sides to people, and that people can be rational, people can change, people can apologize and make up. And that's what happened at the end of the series, because that's what I wanted. I wanted not what I had originally intended, with all this constant fighting and breaking up, getting back together, all these different things happening, which I had originally planned out. Like, if you look at the Pokehigh School romance trailer that I made, I laid out all of these different scenes, and a lot of them ended up not even happening. I released the trailer because I wanted to see what people would think of this series and if I should even do it, and then I got too excited and I posted the first episode that same day anyway. But I wanted to address a lot of things that happened in the trailer that I didn't get to, that I had originally planned, and I decided not to go along with because of my differing tastes now. And I thought that maybe that needs some explaining, because some people did watch the trailer before watching all of the episodes. And yeah, I'm sure that there are a couple things on this list that I missed in the trailer that I didn't throw into the series, but these are the ones that I really wanted to focus on and talk about a little bit. The first one I noticed was when Misty said, "Ash, I refuse to give up on you unless you kiss me." I had originally intended for that to happen, like, oh hey, Misty is gonna cause trouble, she's gonna ask Ash to kiss her, whoops, and then he'll finally give up. Because that's a trope that I'd seen in so many other series, and I was like, that works, that would be good, that would be interesting. And I had planned for May to get upset, like, Ash kissed Misty? I'm upset, but as long as he's happy with her, I can fake a smile. So, like, there was going to be this period where May was upset with Ash, and they'd probably maybe break up, and then Misty would sort of swoop in until May found out the truth, and then everything would get resolved. But that's just so much drama to me that doesn't even need to occur. I've never personally heard of anyone within my friend group or anything like that being with a person and having them be like, oh, I can only give up on you if you kiss me. I've never seen a real life instance of that, so I didn't want that. The way I write now is so different. Like, when I write, I want it to be somewhat realistic. Like, you can see this happening between two people, and I don't want it to be a ton of drama. I want people to be able to work it out like true human beings and understand one another and accept flaws and all this stuff. And yeah, I guess I just have a more adult outlook overall now because I have grown up. I'm almost ready to go to college, and making Pokehigh School romance isn't the same for me anymore. It's a thing I did when I was a kid, and it developed into something totally different now because I'm a different writer now. I want to write about different topics. I still want to talk about romance, but I don't want to be roped into just a ton of fan fiction and things. And then I had also planned for Dawn and Paul to have some falling outs, with Paul shouting at her like, oh, what is it that you even want from me? And Dawn's like, is your heart made of stone or do you just hate me, Paul? I don't remember what I was going to have them argue about originally, but obviously Paul is not a very open person. So I was going to have Dawn get kind of irritated with his coldness and try to get him to finally open up. And that's kind of what I intended for a lot of characters, just like all this extra drama to go on. I do remember making a couple of the final episodes. May was actually going to end up going away for a while. I don't remember why, but she was going to meet up with Brendan, her childhood friend, and Ash was going to get kind of jealous. Like, all of these things I just had planned, and it's just so unnecessary. It's just not what I was interested in anymore. Because, like, I have Dawn being like, I just want Paul to care about me, and Leaf getting super hurt by Gary flirting. Like, I intended for a lot more to go wrong with them, and I prefer the way things went with characters, just being able to talk, being able to be honest with feelings. That's the kind of story I'm more interested in now. I like seeing stories of, oh yeah, there are these flaws in these people, there are all these things happening, but we can still talk and work through things because we're frickin' people. We are real people. Um, and yeah, I wasn't sure if I would ever finish High School Romance, but every time I got a new person telling me to continue, I wanted to, and I wanted to be able to make a decent story. And I know that it's changed so much because I started back in 2014 and now it's 2018. There's so much different that's going on in my mind now. And I hope that it still turned out as a series with a satisfying enough ending that people can enjoy. I have no idea. The first episode has over 9,000 views now, and that's crazy to me. Like, my channel gained a lot of its following because of this series that I'm not even sure how I feel about now anymore. To me, it's like a remnant of the past, basically. It's kind of embarrassing because as a writer and trying to make new things and go along with my life, just looking at the way I wrote before, it's just sort of different. And I guess this whole video doesn't make a ton of sense, and it's just me rambling on a little bit, but I do kind of want to apologize because a lot of people probably wanted it to be that more dramatic route and all of these other things happening, and a lot longer of a story leading into people falling in love, because I did get it kind of rushed in that aspect because I wanted to finish it. Because I didn't want it to just end on some random note somewhere someday. And I had originally wanted to try again to reach that 50 episode mark, but when it's something that I'm not enjoying as much anymore, I feel like that's where I should end it. I don't want to just keep putting out a bunch of crap just for anyone to read, just because I want it to keep going. Like, I want my heart and soul to be into something if I'm going to continue to put it out there for people to look at. I like doing videos a lot more now, where it's like AMVs or story times or any of these other things, because I'm putting so much more work into that. I'm trying to edit through them, I'm trying to put all of my time into that to make it a beautiful project, and that's more what I want now. I still like High School Romance in a lot of ways because it's a starting point for me. It really was. And I gained so many subscribers that way. And I'm a little bit afraid of losing them now because my content's different. But I still love Pokemon. I still want to make Pokemon related videos. I just don't know what direction I'm going with that yet. I'm always asking for suggestions for this channel, and I don't always get a ton of input back, but when I do, I try to take it to heart. And I hear people tell me that they like my covers or they like my stories, so that's what I've been trying to do more of lately. And I do still love Pokemon, and I made my top 20 Pokemon video earlier in the year. And I was thinking maybe I could do more lists and things, and I definitely want to make more AMVs in my time. And maybe show my love for some certain pairings that way if anyone has any suggestions. Or any suggestions that for anything else in general, like things I haven't mentioned. If there's something you want from me, I would love to know. And yeah, I really still hope that people did enjoy the High School Romance series. It was still a lot of fun to make. And I felt very satisfied today making the final episode, where everyone is able to work out their differences, recognize that they can still be friends, and just enjoy the day with their significant others. With Iris and Silent, I sort of left it up in the air, like, are they going to get back together? Are they not? Because sometimes that's just how it is. People get cheated on, people will have exes try to get back with them, and there's a lot of unsureness there. But Iris and Silent are starting to develop a relationship again, and I don't know, I kind of like that story. I like their story. I love how that ended. And with Misty and Drew, they're trying to work through things together as friends. Like, hey, we're in the same boat. We both have people that we loved that aren't into us back. And I wanted to leave that sort of open too. Like, what sort of relationship is there? Are they becoming friends? Is there anything? I don't know. I put a lot of thought into the last episode, even if it doesn't seem like it, and even if it's not super unique. I just like that the characters can be together and be friends now. They all made up, they all made their decisions, and they're gonna continue through life. That's a lot of thought to put into just a Pokemon series, but this is something that's developed me as a person in a way, because of all the time and effort I had put into this series and wanting to do it to make my shipping dreams come true and all this other stuff. I could even make a video on why I like certain couples that I do. Maybe that's an idea. I don't know, but I think I've rambled on long enough. I hope I answered maybe a couple questions, and if I haven't, then I am planning on doing a live stream later today where it's a Q&A again. You can ask me questions if you feel like it, or you can just leave your questions in the comment section under this video for anything you want to know about the series that I didn't quite answer throughout the randomness. I think I went through just about every note that I wanted to, and I'm sorry if I didn't explain clearly enough. But yeah, I am now a near college student going into my career, and so my videos might be a little bit different now, and I hope that some of you will check out my other content and still be with me through this crazy ride. I am wishing you all the best day or night, and be sure to leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe for more content because there is going to be a lot more from me soon, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye!